Hello.
Hello.
Vincent Crowley.
How's it going?
What's going on, man? We're doing all right, dude. We just got done blasting one of your tracks, man.
Right on. Sounds good.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fucking bad fucking ass shit, man. So I'm glad we finally got you on here, man. Fucking, the last time.
Oh, yeah, that was a nightmare. I apologize for that. I couldn't be done, but at least we're doing it now.
Hey, it's all good, man. You know what? If every time a band fucking something happened and they weren't able to make it and they sent me a package like what you sent me, I'd be okay. I'd be like, fuck it, man. You know what? No, I'm just kidding. But no, on a serious note, man, I really appreciate everything that you sent over, man. It's fucking awesome, dude. Blew my mind. I was not expecting that.
Oh, no problem. Glad you enjoy it, man.
Hell yeah, dude. So tell us, man, what's going on in the world of Vincent Crowley?
Well, after spending 3 weeks with COVID, I'm just getting back on my feet again. But we are in the midst this weekend of signing a deal with Hammerheart Records. So we will be working on the second Vincent Crowley album towards the end of the year now.
Wow. And it'll be on Hammerheart.
Yes.
Very cool, man.
Yeah, so we're pretty hyped about it. We've been working on material. We haven't been playing live shows. We thought it was a little more important to kind of work on the next album. We didn't really get a chance to promote the first album. But, a lot of bands aren't playing anyway, and there's been so many restrictions. We've just figured, let's just work on the music, and everything panned out pretty well then.
Hell yeah. So tell us about this, the latest record, Beyond Acheron, man. Fucking, how did that come about?
Well, after Acheron broke up, and it was like at the end of 2018, obviously I wanted to do something else, and the guitarist Art Taylor, that was in Acheron, and then myself, we had some music we were messing around with, and we continued to write, and we were trying to put something together, and it got to the point where we couldn't really find anybody to play with around us that that really fit. And a friend of mine from a local band called Church, he said he had a drummer that could maybe help us out, which is Ryan Arter, which ended up becoming the drummer. And we started working together, and Art and I decided to record these songs in the studio and just kind of front the money, and let's kind of hope a label picks it up and we can put it out. And
oh shit, Vince. Fuck.
Hello?
Hey, Vince. We lost you, man.
I get cut off. So where did it end up cutting off?
You were talking about a label picked it up?
Yeah, so Odium Records ended up picking it up and did a European deal with us. And Hellhammer Records from the U.S., the brand new one, it's actually owned by one of my best friends. They did the U.S. release, and then we had Black Seal in Brazil that released it over there. So it actually did way more than we thought it was going to do. And reaction from the people, from the media and stuff and the fans has been great. So everything worked out really well.
Hello? Fuck, we lost him again. God damn it.
I don't know, man. We're getting kicked off all the time.
Fucking these motherfuckers, man. They're fucking trying to shut us down.
It wouldn't be the first time.
So fuck, man. Well, Odium Records is badass, dude. Can you? I've been working with those guys for a while now, man, and they always put out really cool stuff, and I was pretty excited whenever I saw that they were releasing this record from you, man.
Yeah, I mean, they did a really good job. They did a great job with promotion. That was, I think, the best thing we got out of this, because Odium did a great job, but then Hellhammer Records from the U.S., they did, I think they did like 5 full-page ads in Decibel magazine, and they really, so we got a lot of promotion out of this, and, we are a brand new band, so obviously we kind of have to kind of prove ourselves, but just hoping people can listen to it and get, this isn't an Acheron album, this is exactly what it is. It's beyond Acheron. It's influenced by a lot of different stuff. You still have the Black Death element to it, but we also have, everything from Doom to, classic heavy metal and even some dark rock and stuff.
They lost him again. Fuck.
Someone up there doesn't like us.
They keep on trying, man.
Right on.
So, well, yeah. The funny thing is, I've been sitting here calling it Acheron, and it's actually, you're pronouncing it Acheron. Yeah,
well, I mean, there's different. I actually heard it. I was actually surprised if you see that Conan the Barbarian remake. They actually say Acheron too. When I got the name, actually, there's a guy from Greece, from Athens, that I was helped doing some work with back when I was like right out of Nocturnus, and he told me how to pronounce it. That's how he said they pronounced it. But Acheron, actually, that's most people say Acheron, but that's why I say Acheron, how we pronounce it.
Right on. I think I do it because my name Zach is spelled with a CH, and it's with a, it sounds like a K. So I've always just thought, I don't know, automatically in my brain. But
well, you also have Candlemass has like Acheron. They say Acheron in their song. So there's multiple ways I've heard it say. It's like Sepultura, Sepultura. It's
right.
The same type of thing.
Hey, when I was a kid, man, I thought Metallica was called Metallica. No joke, man. I was riding down the street on my skateboard, like fucking 8 or 9 years old, and these teenagers were standing there with Metallica shirts on. I'm like, hey, you guys like Metallica? And they just started laughing their asses off. Bro, what the fuck is this kid talking about?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I had no idea. Well, I mean, nobody really talked about that band back then, like on radio or anything. It was just you would read about it in Metal Maniacs or something, on the back. But that was before they got big. But yeah. Anyway, man. So well, you've got a fucking legacy behind you, man. Obviously, with Acheron, man. Fucking, you've been around for a long time. Could you tell us about your beginnings and like what got you into metal?
Well, growing up, I started off with obviously like bands like Black Sabbath and Alice Cooper and Kiss, and then throughout the years you just start hearing them more. A lot of the underground. When Venom came out and Merciful Fate and Sodom and all those bands, it just kind of like takes you to a new level. And once I started to hear, Venom and Merciful Fate, I was like, I want to be in a band. I want to make music like this. It's just something I wanted to do. And from that point on, that was like the goal to do. And it worked. I started actually didn't even pick up a guitar until I was like 16. But, I kind of lucked out and started playing with Mike Browning and Richard Bateman and Nocturnus back in '87, and those guys, Mike did the first Morbid Angel album, and
oh shit, fucking Skype, man.
We'll get through that.
You were talking about Morbid Angel.
Yeah, well, when I got Nocturnus, Mike Browning, him and Richard Bateman were in the band, and Mike had just, he did the Morbid Angel, his first album, he did the Incubus demo, and Richard had just got back from playing with Agent Steel, doing some European tours and stuff, so I kind of landed a pretty good gig for a guy that didn't have really much experience. I definitely wasn't even close on the talent-wise as them at that time, so it helped out a lot when...
Fuck.
Something up there doesn't like us. So, but yeah, that was kind of like the whole beginning of it, And then after Nocturnus, I wanted to do something else, and that's when I came up with Acheron and kind of started from there.
Oh yeah, so you are part of the Florida scene then, right?
Yeah, well, it's funny. When Acheron started, actually, I started to get the idea when I was still in Florida, but I ended up moving to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and that's actually where the first formation of Acheron started. And we were there for a couple of years. Then I moved back to Florida. I moved to Orlando for like a year, and then I went back to Tampa. And that's when actually Mike Browning, who I was in Nocturnus with, ended up joining the band, playing drums when I moved back to Tampa.
Right on. Yeah, I recently had Terry Butler on the show and Jeremy Kling on as well, and I was asking them about Florida because we recently went down there on vacation, and when I was down there on the beach, I was sitting there and I was thinking about it, and I'm watching my kids running around playing, and everybody's like happy and stuff, and I'm like, how the fuck does all this crazy death metal come out of this fucking place, because it's such a fucking happy place, but at the same time, I was asking them, and they were basically saying that I think they felt like it adds to the creativity. What's your take on that?
One thing, it's funny because I lived in Michigan near Detroit for most of my life before I moved up to Tampa. And when I moved to Tampa, that actually really kicked my ass to really play, and that's because I really didn't know many people, and I kind of was like just dealing with my instrument and, learning guitar and stuff. So one thing about it is, you got the sun, you have this and that, but man, you have some really some freaks there too. I probably came across more people that were probably serial killers in that place than anywhere else in my life. And I've lived in big cities and stuff, and it's like, and come across places that are like, talking about, like in Brandon where like obituaries from and stuff. I remember, being a teenager, and we find this abandoned house with like all these like weird symbols everywhere, and there's like carcasses of animals hanging and shit, like fucking roadkill and stuff. We're like, what the fuck's going on? That's
fuck. You were saying carcasses and roadkill everywhere.
Yeah, there's just some crazy shit out there. So it's not all beaches and and sunshine. There's definitely some freaks out there, and I just think a lot of the people that making the music, they're not really too into sitting around on the beach and drinking a Mai Tai or whatever. There's like the anger and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but there was like tons of the amount of talent in Florida is amazing for metal.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, for sure. So what's coming next for you guys, man? I know you said you're working on the new record, and do you guys have a date yet, or is that still way too far off? We probably signing the actual contract this weekend, and then we just have to figure out like schedule dates and stuff. But my whole thing is my goal is to have this like recorded and done by the end of the year. So
we don't want to rush it either, so gives enough time to kind of put ideas into it and kind of sit back and listen to some of the stuff. So, and we got some good stuff. It'll be a long record for sure.
Oh yeah.
It's pushing the limits to the vinyl, so we have to kind of watch how much we're recording.
Now the artwork on Beyond Acheron, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Timo Wurst, is a German artist. He actually did a lot of old Acheron out. Actually, probably the last 10 years of Acheron, he did all the most of the cover art. And the whole concept of Beyond Acheron was, all the songs were kind of like somehow related to death in one way or another in the story. So obviously we wanted kind of like a reaperish kind of creature, like that's in the river, like the Acheron River, and kind of talked the idea into something kind of basic, but just kind of dark and gets to the point. And he came up.
Oh man. Fuck, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
I'm gonna be editing this thing all day.
I bet.
Holy shit. So, well, yeah, man, the artwork on this record is definitely fucking badass, man. It looks great on vinyl, too, by the way.
Yeah, it was funny, too, because, everybody's, we talked to some people that were in the business and they're like going, are you really going to do one of those Reaper type of things? I'm like, it's not, we're not trying to be that. It's supposed to fit the theme of the album and what it's about. It's not perfect. Just like, hey, just throw a Reaper on it, and it's symbolic of Acheron, who also was in charge of the river Acheron, and there was more to it than just that creature. And then when it was done, everybody's like, man, that's a great cover. It's like, yeah, see.
Oh, yeah. No, it's beautiful, and, beautiful artwork, man. On the back, he's got a painting of you guys like actually standing there.
Yeah, he did kind of like the rebirth out of the river, and yeah, he did it. Timo does a great job, and he definitely will be doing the next album too. So we look forward to that.
Fuck yeah, man! Fuck yeah! All right, well, for all the gearheads out there that are wondering, man, can you give us a rundown of some of the equipment and stuff that you were using to get these tones?
Well, since the guitars would be the one, because all I did was basically. We shared the bass, because I did more of just the vocals. I did some bass on it on the albums and stuff, but we ran direct and kind of worked with sounds for that. Guitar wise, that is not my field. Yeah, that would have to be Art. And unfortunately, he's not here to reinforce.
Fuck.
You there?
Okay, so I got you, man. So you just did the vocals then, so you don't really have...
Yeah, I did vocals and the bass. And the bass, we plugged direct and worked on sounds. So Art and I both did bass, but Art is... and, studio working. They really did a good job on the sound and stuff.
Oh yeah, man, the sound, the production value of this is just fucking, it's insane, man. It sounds really, it's thick, it's heavy, it has real organic live sound to me.
Well, we wanted something, we didn't we didn't want to overproduce, but we also didn't want it to sound like really, so raw that you're not hearing the elements of it. And I think the best thing is like, some of those kind of early 90s albums where you got enough production, it sounds good, but it's not like pushing it to making it sound too nice either. So, where we're working in the studio at Audio or Sonic Lounge, they just did a magnificent job.
Yeah, well, I look forward to hearing the next record from you guys for sure, man. I'm totally excited.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we are excited to put out, and now that since the first album, actually the American release, we had 2 bonus tracks on the American release, and that's when we added a second guitarist named Eric Stewart, and he's an amazing guitarist, and he actually has worked on and off with our present guitarist Art Taylor for a long time, for years. So they're like a perfect combo. And then we finally found a permanent bass player named Tim Wilson, and so now me and Art don't have to keep. Yep.
Like clockwork, man.
But yeah, the whole lineup is that this is actually as good as the album Beyond Acheron was. Now we have a complete lineup that works very well together, comes up with ideas, and I think this album's gonna, as much as I like the first one, I think it's gonna blow that one out of the water.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Well, we're gonna blast it when it comes out for sure, man.
Appreciate it, and hopefully we'll get some started. One big thing is too, as soon as we get this done, we definitely want to start playing some live shows.
Hell yeah.
I mean, for me personally, it's been, over 3 years or something. I mean, I think the last Acheron show was at the end of 2000. No, we did a Vincent Crowley show, but we did like the first Acheron album for a festival in Texas, the Destroying Texas Fest, and I just did that because I didn't want to do it under Acheron, and that was at the beginning or something of 2019, so it's been a long time since I fucking hit the stage, so I'm definitely jonesing to do it again.
Hell yeah, man. Well, we look forward to seeing you on the stage too, man.
Right on, brother. Well, I appreciate your support and, getting the word out to people.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, I'm about out of questions for you, brother. Is there anything else you want to let the people know?
No, just, check us out. We're on digital. I know some people don't buy the actual albums anymore, but we're on Spotify, Apple Music. I think YouTube has it. Most of the digital outlets have it. And, if you want to, just, check out the songs online if you like it. Hey, pick up the physical copy and help support the band.
Fuck yeah. Well, before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Vincent Crowley, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
Okay. This is Vincent Crowley, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah, man. Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks a lot for taking the time to talk to us, man. I really appreciate it, dude.
No problem. And I do apologize for that last time. That's not like me, and it was kind of out of my hands on that one.
Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. We made it happen.
Right on, brother.
Well, what I'm going to do...
You have a good one.
Yeah, I'm going to blast some more Vincent Crowley for these motherfuckers so they can go nuts, all right?
Okay, sounds good, man.
All right.
Take care.
We'll talk to you later, dude.
Bye. Okay.
There you have it, folks. Vincent Crowley live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking Radio. They tried to shut it down, but it did not fucking work. We fucking made it happen. God damn it. Fuck yeah, man. Crank it the fuck up loud as a fuck. Like I said earlier, put your speakers everywhere. Make your neighbors fucking hear it. If you don't see U-Haul trucks everywhere tomorrow, what the fuck are you doing, man? Crank it the fuck up.